Greetings warrior, this is Sohei Panda and these are my ideas for African warriors in For Honor. These heroes are my personal wishlist for African heroes, either for the current game or for a possible sequel. Honestly, I will gladly pay for more civilizations or factions if it was a paid expansion. All these warriors are from different African kingdoms, which are normally underrated and rarely represented in video games or any other media. I think that these cultures deserve to be spread and admired as well as any other factions already present in the game. The designs that you will see were designed and drawn by me, so I hope they are to your liking. I will tell you about their possible fighting style. And if you do not know which African kingdoms I speak of and you think there were never formal warriors and great wars in Africa, well, let me tell you about the inspiration behind these warriors. The first hero will be the Mandinga warrior from Mali. These warriors helped to forge the Empire of Mali, which will become the richest kingdom in the world and in history under the command of the legendary Mansa Musa, grandson of the equally legendary Sundiata Keita, founder of the Empire of Mali. This warrior will fight with capoeira movements because although capoeira has its origins in Angola, it is known that Mandingos were also practitioners of this martial art, based on being in constant movement and circular kicks. Wielding two shotels, this hero will be an assassin class with fast movements and making use of a lot of dodges as well as kicks, having a defense based on counterattacks. Number 2. The Tuareg or Berber warrior. These warriors were part of the Umayyad Caliphate, which was the largest caliphate in history, extending from Spain and southern France to Pakistan, sharing border with India. These nomad warriors of the Sahara are masters of the desert. They always cover their faces with the traditional blue tagelmust or veil. They are famous for finding and shortening roads through the desert. As a curious fact, they are called indigo people because of the color of their veils, which will eventually dye their skin too. This warrior will be a hybrid class hero, combining assassin and heavy classes, counting with a reflex guard and armed with a mace and a javelin, using the javelin for light and fast attacks and the mace for heavy attacks and unblockable finishers. He will also have guaranteed counterattacks when parrying, using the mace to block the attack and attacking immediately with the javelin like Nushia. Number 3. The warrior from the largest empire in Africa, the Empire of Aksum, the Aksumite warrior. This empire was contemporary to the Byzantine, and it is said that it was the only city in Africa that rivaled Constantinople. They controlled the traffic of the Silk Road between India and the Byzantine Empire. This hero will be a heavy class hero and will be armed with a heavy spear, having wide movements and focused on fights against several opponents, with fast throws for his light attacks and wide sweeps for his heavy attacks, taking advantage of the momentum and the weight of his weapon to continue his attacks with an infinite heavy combo like Hitokiri's, and possibly a slow but unblockable light finisher like Shanhu's. And finally, number 4, the Vanguard will be represented not by the most advanced civilization in Africa, but by its bravest heroes, the Zulu. These warriors from South Africa built an empire of united tribes, and the most famous of them is the famous Shaka Zulu, who changed the tactics of war of his people, wielding the iconic Iklwa, a long-edged short spear, very much like a sword, and his Nguni shield. This hero will be balanced between defense and attack, with movements similar to those of the Centurion, with thrusts and cuts that allow him to clear open areas of enemy soldiers, as well as having great mobility and the shinobi career ability, but without spending stamina, making a reference to the legend that says that they could march 50 miles in a day. This belief is very much disputed by historians, but it will be a good reference to these warriors. Tell me, what do you think about my ideas for these African warriors? I would really love to see these heroes in the game. I tend to dream that one day Ubisoft might see some of these videos and say, well, why not? And well, I'll keep on dreaming, and in the next video, Heroes of the Middle East. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it. For now, I bid you all a very fond farewell.